Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole bringing you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what time you are watching this live. Hello, crew. Hope all is well. Please double tap the screen or the three dots to your right. Please hit the like button on the way in. Whew. You guys, I don't know about you, but when I tell you it has been so much going on in the news, in the gossip world, in the entertainment world, it is very hard to keep up. So much so that this has been the focus more so than doing my recaps on reality shows, which I don't mind because a lot of these reality shows right now are boring as hell. But anywho, with that being said, I said I need to do the WTF Weekly because there's a lot going on. And I'll just say this, a lot of people at this point, I don't typically like to wish hell on anybody, but there's a lot of people who really gonna have to repent like a mofo, or they're just going to straight hell in a handbasket with the type of evil that is going on when it comes to people and how they're treating others. And then there's also some who, in my personal opinion, maybe some of this is their karma too. Not saying that it's right they're being treated this way, but at the same time, hey, sometimes it's just your time with all the things that you may have said or done in the past. But with that being said, let's start off with the most devastating news. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I don't know if you guys even know the background, but Brian McKnight actually had several kids. I feel 3 kids. I feel like it was 2 boys and a girl from his first wife. Well, if you guys have been under a rock, Brian McKnight, if you guys know who he is, he's an R&B singer. He's actually an amazing singer, and I hate that I have to say that, but the truth is the truth. The man can blow, okay? He has been estranged from his kids for years at this point. It was almost like when he divorced his wife, he divorced his kids, and now he has this other wife, and he claims his stepkids and the son with her as his own and only post about them. Well, unfortunately, his son Nico just passed from colon cancer. I want to say like 2 days ago. Okay. Only 32 years old. 32, you guys. I don't know what's going on and why more and more people are getting colon cancer at such a young age. Of course, we had Chadwick Boseman who passed from colon cancer. We also had I forgot the girl's name, but she was on Baps, the movie with Halle Berry. She actually passed, I believe, from colon cancer. We're having a lot more people who are passing from colon cancer, but 32 years old. 32 years old is devastating. When I tell you devastating, devastating, okay? So he passed, and Brian McKnight has not said anything about it on his IG page. Brian McKnight hasn't even acknowledged it, from my understanding. They had like a social media war back and forth, I want to say a couple years ago, in regards to so many things, but apparently Nico needed to go to a special facility or a certain treatment facility to possibly, fight this, because it was a very aggressive type of cancer. And apparently he was going to pay for it. Then the next thing you know, he decided not to pay for it. Let me tell y'all something. I don't give a damn, okay, what you're going through with the ex-wife. I don't care if your kids, because of this divorce, straight up say, I hate you and I don't want to speak to you again. Your job as a parent, especially when you have a child who is sick and has a terminal illness, is to be the bigger person, because you brought that child in this world, and make it right before they possibly leave this earth. And the mere fact that he did not do that, we heard from Nico's uncle, who is Brian McKnight's brother, and he made the announcement about Nico passing. Okay. It's sick. It's twisted. And let me tell you something. F. Brian McKnight. I'm sorry, but that's just a certain type of evil and a certain type of disregard. And shame on his wife. And I don't give a damn. Shame on his wife for I I don't know. I just feel like she doesn't possibly care that he's decided to do that, because then she benefits off of everything that comes her way. Now, apparently Brian McKnight said that his kids was making it seem like that he was obligated to still take care of them, whatever the case may be. Look, at the end of the day, you have some parents, especially when they're creating generational wealth, they are definitely still going to take care of their kids. Even when they're 30, 40 years old. I really think that's the purpose of generational wealth, is that your kids could also benefit off of that wealth. So then that way, hey, they can kind of roam and do the things that they may want to be interested in doing versus just working a regular 9-to-5 job. I don't know if he necessarily has generational wealth, but I still don't feel like that's enough for it to be that deep where you disregard and disown your kids. Okay. With that being said, not too long ago, this was 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact, he's posting all of this fatherhood stories and stuff about his current wife. And I literally did a screenshot of this because someone asked him the question, how many sons do you have, Mr. Brian? This ignorant piece of shit says, I have 3 sons. Jack, 22 years old, Brian Jr., which he already had a Brian McKnight Jr., which is, I think, his oldest son. He said Brian Jr., 2 years old, and Kikoa Mateo. Completely disregarded his 2 older sons. There is a special place in hell for you, sir. Special place in hell. There is no way in the world that this could ever be acceptable in anyone's eyes. He just recently posted about his mother too. I'm like, what would your mother think about the situation? And honestly, I don't know how I feel about the uncle telling us about the whole situation of Nico passing and still trying to play middle ground, saying, well, there's this side, my side, and then the truth is somewhere in the middle. I don't care whose truth it is. Your son is sick, and your son literally was trying to fight a terminal illness that could have taken him out, and then eventually did. It eventually did. You don't have, where are you as far as you as a man and as a parent that you say, I have to drop all of this and be there for my son? Even if it's just on that, be there on an emotional level. But honestly, hell, be there on a financial level. Who would not want to make sure that your 32-year-old child has every fighting chance to try to beat it? You have people who are straight up strangers who dedicate money to people who are trying to fight cancer. Like, seriously, that's your own blood. Brian McKnight, go to hell. I will never look at that man again whatsoever. I know some of y'all gonna say, well, Nicole, I mean, we don't really know the story. There is no story that's gonna give any excuse for how he has handled this situation. Like, any excuse. Yeah. Hey, Leo. And hey, Danielle. He's going to live forever with that guilt. I don't know if he's even capable of guilt. What's going to have to happen is that his karma is going to have to come. That's probably going to force him to see certain things. I don't know if he's capable of guilt. I don't know if this man has a freaking soul or heart. And don't get me started with him trying to possibly love and protect these kids more because they have whatever his wife is. Because you got people out there like that. I'm going to take care of these babies who aren't black, or this baby that's half black because they more exotic or they're more acceptable to the world. I don't know, but what I do know is he can go to hell. He can go to hell. The only way, unless he literally gives his life to God and repent like a mofo, this is on evil on top of evil. I'm sorry. It's just straight evil. It's evil. Hey, Kashari, make sure you guys double tap the screen or the three dots to your right. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. I have no respect for this man. And again, used to be one of like, I loved Brian McKnight. He could sing his butt off. Songs that he didn't even like record, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all of these songs, like he will definitely take it to the next level. But I don't give a damn at this point. Hey, Car, what's up? But yeah, at the end of the day, what will probably have to happen is that karma's gonna come with this current relationship. Karma's gonna come with this current relationship. She gonna realize, if she hasn't already, that he's probably a nutcase, and then she gonna end up taking him to divorce court and get that money, and then he's gonna be without nothing. That's probably what's gonna happen, and I'm here for it. Maybe that will humble his sorry ass and make him go back to his kids like he should have, like a grown ass person. But anyways, speaking of karma, speaking of karma, you got to be mindful how you treat people. Now, again, we all make mistakes, but certain people say things to be malicious, to be hurtful. Got to be mindful how you treat people. You got to be mindful of what you say to people. So, as we probably know, Cardi B and her freaking man, ex-man, still husband, they're getting a divorce. Now, we knew that, but the interesting thing about it is that he is allegedly asking for child support. I mean, not child support. I'm sorry, because he doesn't have custody of the kids. Asking for spousal support. So Offset is asking for spousal support. What are my thoughts on that? Well, Cardi, let me make this very clear. I've never had a personal beef with Cardi. Like, I mean, she's not a favorite, but I don't have like this thing where I can't stand her either. What I do know is that she has definitely said some very disrespectful things towards Black women. Okay, for those who may not remember, she has called Black women roaches. And some could even say, you know what I'm saying, that she only said that to people that she was mad at. Okay, if that's what you want to say, fine. But she definitely says some disrespectful things when it comes to Black women. And I've even said this before. I am sure she said those things because she has been allowed to say those things, because I'm going to assume that ninjas who have always wanted to deal with her have probably said that she's absolutely entitled to be able to say those things about Black women. Well, Cardi, I'm sure Offset may have been, I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be shocked if that man has also probably said things that you felt like you could say whatever you wanted to say about Black women. I feel like she even said that roach comment when she was with Offset. And so now this man that you thought you had in the bag, this man that you Danielle, if that person that you have to keep deleting messages, if it's becoming too much, just block them. If it's becoming too much, just block them. Okay, I think you have where you can block them. But yeah, so that same guy, yeah, he now wants your money. And if you ask me, that's always been the plan in the first place. That's my opinion. That was always his plan, in my opinion. He got with Cardi when Cardi was making her way and making her moves, and she was, getting her grounds as far as being a rapper, as far as, the whole love and hip hop and all the other things that she had in the bag. I think she even had sponsorship deals or whatever the case may be. And let's be clear, Offset career was on a decline. It was. I mean, at the end of the day, hell, his damn group had even broken up and they was beefing. So, surprise, surprise, he played you. And he got the babies that he wanted, the marriage that he wanted, allegedly cheated on you the whole entire time before the marriage and during the marriage and even now, just so he could wait for the perfect time, to say, Bia better have my money. Bia better have my money. Now, apparently she really pissed off. She done wished unalivings on him and all of that type of shit allegedly right now because she pissed because he got the audacity to ask for spousal support. But how does it feel now, Cardi? Because see, let's have a real conversation, honey. Let's have a real conversation because there are women who look like Cardi who are not Black or they're biracial who truly feel like they are the special ones because ninjas have been telling them that they're special and that Black women are jealous of them because of how they look, how their hair is, their skin tone, and all of this type of stuff. And then they start to feel that and they start to feel themselves and they really think that that is the case until they realize that they're getting treated just like us or the ones that are willing to allow it. Because every Black woman don't get treated like that because I be damned. But I say all of that to say that you think that you're special until you realize that the way they treated their Black baby mama is the same way that they treat you. Right? So you're not that special. The reality is that that's a bum ninja, whether he's with a Black woman or not. He just makes it seem like you're more special because of his own self-hatred, but that self-hatred still goes from one girl to the other. And I think you just experienced that, boo-boo. So, who's the roach now? Who's the roach? And again, I'm not saying what Offset is doing is right. It's pretty effed up. Like, you as a man should have your own money where you should not be asking a woman who has to take care of those kids, your kids. You shouldn't be asking her for spousal support. But at the same time, sometimes you got to be mindful how you treat people and the things that come out of your mouth, because I'm sure the Black women you was calling roaches, the ones who were offended by that term and other things that you have said, are probably laughing at you right now. And maybe this is one of them moments where this is about to humble you. So yeah, again, sometimes people have to have their humble pie. You got to be mindful about what you say, because now we're in a situation where she probably thought she would never be in this predicament when she was saying what she said. But now she is. Yeah, this happened in 2017 when she sat up there and was calling Black women roaches. Yeah. But yeah, so with that, he can't make a bag anymore without the writer of the group. Yeah, and you notice didn't he get with Cardi B? And hey, informed, didn't he not get with Cardi B around the time that his group was on a decline? I believe he did. I believe he started getting with Cardi when his career was on a decline. If you ask me, that's a straight up PIMP move. Straight up. And he was like, I got to do something because I was in a group. I was already splitting money with my other group members. He probably was reckless with his money. He saw her coming up. He saw an insecure woman, because let's be clear, Cardi, and I think she's even admitted that she's had her insecurities, saw an insecure woman, okay? Literally be vulnerable. And he said, I could take advantage of this shit. Remember when she bought him that Bentley or something like that for his birthday or something? Yeah, he was ready for it. Uh-oh. Chris Club up and creativity. Hey, girl, she got the membership. Welcome to the Chris Club. Chris Club. But yeah, and he definitely, in my opinion, tried his best to make it about him in a lot of ways during her career. Like those times when they was having their issues, remember, and they beefs and they breakups, and how he would randomly go on stage during her damn set and sit up there and try to apologize and make it about him. Because trust and believe that was a narcissistic move. It was not about him really trying to show the world he apologized. It was about making it about him. That was her performance. She was there to sit up there and perform for her fans, and he stopped her whole performance to make it about him. So at the end of the day, yeah, but I it's hard for me to feel bad for her. It really is. I feel bad for those children because, of course, those are the main ones being affected. And the reality is, I don't even know how much money Cardi is really getting at this point. I mean, she's no longer on the reality shows. Did she ever drop a second album? I think her fans are still waiting for a second album. She did pretty good on the first album. Hell, she got Grammys, but we know Grammys don't necessarily mean you're going to get guaranteed money, especially this day and age. Grammys used to mean a lot more than what they're worth now. But I don't think she actually did a second album. So where is she making her money at? Double tap the screen, red dots to, or the three dots to your right. Please hit the like button. Please, please, please. Yeah. So where is she getting her money? So that's probably why she's really going off on him, because she's like, MF, you know, I ain't got it like that right now. I just don't have it. I'm maybe getting endorsements here and there, but the music career, her music career, as much as it was popping at one point, I don't think Cardi wrote any of her lyrics. I don't think she even bogarted her way in getting credits like some other celebrities. They will try to take 30% of people's publishing and they didn't write a damn thing on the song. I don't even think Cardi was able to do that. I think everybody who wrote for Cardi's album, they got all of their credits. So she was getting her bag probably from performing and endorsements. Well, when was the last time you seen a Cardi B concert? Is she still performing? You know what I'm saying? I don't think she's still performing. So, yeah. But he don't care. He still said, Bia better have my money. She better have it. And at the end of the day, honey, you keep on, Cardi. You're going to end up looking like a roach yourself back on that pole in New York. So, at the end of the day, yeah, but we don't know how much money she getting off of them brand deals and investments. We don't know how much money she's getting. You know what I'm saying? And for maybe your average person, you know, $20,000 a month is excellent, right? But at the end of the day, with where she lives and her lifestyle that she has to so-called maintain, yeah, and then her freaking husband trying to get spousal support. Yeah, I don't know. And let me see. I don't know if I actually found Cardi B reportedly worth somewhere between 80 and 100 million, while also reportedly is worth 30 million. What their worth is versus what they have in their bank account is two totally different things. Does anybody know exactly how much he asking for? I felt like I saw somewhere that said maybe 10K a month. Did I see that? Or am I tripping? I'm trying to figure out how much he asked for. Either way, I think he scummed for asking for when he got 2 kids by, but at the same time. But at the same time, again, you got to be mindful what you say, because let's be clear, Cardi, if you would have watched your mouth and you was genuine about black women and not saying stuff like that, I guarantee, even though you still got black women who will still support her, even with what she said, but I guarantee if she was really genuine towards black women, they'd be the main ones right now standing 10 toes down for her, because that's what we do. We stand 10 toes down for people who don't even deserve it. Just imagine when actually black women feel appreciated by someone. Oh, hell yeah. Offset would be offshore somewhere effing with Cardi right now, because black women don't play about people they love and protect. But oh well, I don't know what to say. Bye. I'm gonna pray for you, Cardi. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just a play for Joyce. Yeah, but here's the thing. The joint custody situation, can he also ask for child support with joint custody? Offset, wait, he damn sure ain't got nothing going on right now. Wait, he ain't, the group is no longer. RIP to the one who passed. I doubt he has any brand deals or anything like that. He got to go probably for one woman to another. So it makes sense for him trying to get something. If it ain't spousal support, he trying to get joint custody. He trying to get some type of child support. So at the end of the day, yeah, but again, you got to be mindful. You got to be mindful in trying to purposely say things to hurt people and try to be, you just got to be mindful, because again, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And you know who probably about to have a field day with this damn topic? Tasha damn K. If she could talk about it. I think she can talk about it though, especially on her own website. I think she can. I don't know, but I'm sure she over there cackalaacking right now over this situation, because didn't she also imply that Offset was using her? You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you ask me, he never wanted her for the right reasons in the first place. It was all a play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all a play for him to try to either take advantage of hopefully getting some type of career back with being with her, or knowing that eventually he can get money off of her. I don't think he ever really loved her. I'm telling you, it's giving PIMP vibes. And Cardi, unfortunately, with her insecurities and never really probably being able to develop and maybe she'll eventually get there, but I think there's a lack of love. Always giving people the benefit of the doubt. She a Libra, so child, I definitely know that. She probably, you know what I'm saying, was just giving him the benefit of the doubt. She probably has a mentality that all men cheat, so you might as well just stick with the one that you have type of vibe. She already has all of that. And again, she wasn't like that girl. Like, yes, she was in a strip club, but, she had busted teeth. She wasn't that, freaking, I don't know, Jennifer Lopez or Evelyn Lozada, who was like that pretty, you know what I'm saying, Spanish chick or whatever the case may be. So she had her insecurities. And guys like that can sniff girls like that out. And just because she upgraded doesn't mean she still doesn't have those insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would have to say I don't see how Cardi benefited off of Offset. Offset damn sure benefited off of Cardi. I definitely don't see that. At the end of the day, Offset got more of a benefit being on Cardi's arm than vice versa. So unless you about to tell me that he about to pull a papoose and say that he wrote most of her songs or some shit like that, I don't see how it benefited her benefited, yeah, her at all to be with Offset. Offset really was on a decline at that point. So with that being said, honey, moving on, I just, again, the whole Roach thing, when she did that, kind of threw me off amongst other things that she has said. I mean, I understand when I finally flip out and I finally get pissed off, I can say things too, but I ain't gonna never sit up there and go on some racial stuff or some stuff like that. So with that, I would have to agree to disagree on that. I don't see how that's the case. Like, so unless you can explain to me how she benefited off of him, let me know, because I don't see how that's the case. She had literally already 1 million subscribers on Instagram before she even got on Love and Hip Hop. I think she was already on Love and Hip Hop. She was already doing her thing while Offset was on a decline. So unless somebody can explain it to me instead of just saying she did benefit, explain to me how that's going to make sense to me, because right now it just doesn't make sense. Cardi would be nothing without him. That's a reach. Because if I'm not mistaken, Cardi was already popping on Love and Hip Hop. And she had even had 1 million followers, if I'm not mistaken, before she got on Love and Hip Hop. That's how they found her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. Oh no, we got 63 in the room and only 15 likes. Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen. Double tap it, or the 3 dots in your upper right hand corner. You click on that and you can hit the like button. Hit the like button. 63 people in the room. I need 60 likes at least. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And hey, Sunny. Hey, Adrian. So yeah, so definitely. But with that being said, all right, y'all. With that being said, I would have to say I don't know about that. For me, this is my opinion. I would have to say that the writers with was it Borak, Yellow Kodak, whatever the damn song was, these are bloody shoes. Those people who wrote those lyrics and did the production and all of that stuff, that didn't have nothing to do with Offset, right? So if that have nothing to do with Offset, I still don't see how. And honestly, a lot of people still didn't take her ass seriously. I sure the hell didn't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But how long you got? Sonny, I ain't got that much longer. I ain't got that much. You like how much time you got? And we about to get on the Diddy stuff in a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how much she benefited off of him. But again, that's y'all opinions. I don't see how that's the case. What I do know is that she was always giving him lavish gifts. Maybe he did give her lavish gifts. She probably paid for that shit though. Yeah. You know what it's giving me? It's giving me, dare I say, no, I ain't gonna say that. I was about to say Whitney and Bobby, but I'd be damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be damn. So, but with that being said, moving on though to Diddy and Mia, MIA, whatever y'all want to call her. So, how many, if you can, put a 1 in the chat, heard about Mia, his assistant, that is actually her identity is secret? How many of you guys heard about her testimony? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you heard about her testimony or you read the transcript or whatever the case may be. And that's also on the prosecution side and the defense side. Put a 1 in the chat. So with that, women always taking care of a man. You know, unfortunately, that can be the case. I would say probably culturally, depending on certain cultures, that can be the case. Certain cultures and certain backgrounds, they don't play that though. The woman sits back and the man is the provider. So yeah, but okay. So Mia, the assistant, I definitely listened to both the prosecution side and the defense side. Very, very disturbing, you guys. Extremely disturbing information. As far as her, she mentioned SA. She mentioned that, damn, like Diddy knows how to pick the most insecure damsel in distress. They have nowhere to turn, or Stockholm syndrome type of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he definitely knows how to pick them. And or the fact that people just really get scared that they'll never be able to work again effing with Diddy. But honestly, I believe a lot of stuff that she said. Y'all let me know if y'all believed her. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all let me know if y'all believed Mia, because I felt her testimony was believable. I definitely feel like a lot of things she said were extremely uncomfortable. And just, I mean, about so many just petty things. Like, that man, gosh, the way they describing him when it comes to Capricorn Clark and Mia, hell, just Capricorn Clark and Mia alone gave strong testimony. We ain't even talk about Cassie. We're not even talking about Cassie. Now you got all three of them. But Mia definitely seemed like, isn't that what our man? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by our man? Are you talking about the Diddy situation? What do all men do? Explain to me what you're saying about what all men do. And again, I always say there's a difference between men and boys, men and dudes. Men don't do certain things, boys do. But interesting enough, though, when the defense came up, they of course made it out to be that she was a liar. But what I did not like, that really disturbed me, is that these fools literally sat up there and used her social media post, you know what I'm saying, as a way to show that clearly it isn't as bad, you know what I'm saying, like as you claim it was. Because why would you make a post very nice about Diddy? And so with that, I just said, thank you, Danielle. Thank you for deleting that, because I'm really confused at this point. But yeah, so I was like, I know these fools is not grasping for straws like this, where they're trying to say, well, you posted this on social media, so why would you do that if this man was so bad to you? And I'm like, do you know how many people post on social media who make it seem like their life is grand and they're living horrible ass lives? Like, social media is not real. And I said, did they really just go there? And what I loved is she made a comment. They said something about, well, why would you, call this man your best friend and all of this stuff, but you're saying he did all of this and you still called him your best friend and you still wanted to work for him? And she said, I don't know, ask my therapist. I thought that was a great response, because we're not going to pretend like past traumas and even current traumas and fears and everything else forces people to be in positions that they don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally is one of those things that happen all the time. And so when they said that, I know a lot of people were making it seem like, oh, they did their thing on the defense. They made her look like a liar. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like that they really executed well, making her look like a liar? But I feel like what they're describing and what they were trying to do, she has Stockholm syndrome. Y'all know what Stockholm syndrome is, right? It's pretty much like a coping mechanism that is developed by victims, you know what I'm saying, of SA and other things like that. And they identify and develop positive feelings with their abusers. You know what I'm saying? So with that, okay, there we go. So anyways, with that being said, because clearly I don't know what's going on, but people need to be removed, so I'll just remove them. So with that, I just said, okay, you guys are really almost looking like that y'all being bullies y'all damn self, because the fact that they said that, I'm like, any average psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist will tell you that people will sometimes sympathize and empathize with people that are abusing them. And they will still stay in those situations even though they know it's bad for them. That is something that is literally, hell, we've seen that on damn movies and TV. Ike and Tina Turner, hello, what's love got to do with it? We see that type of stuff all the time. So at the end of the day, I was just like, I don't know, y'all. You don't know. Now, from my understanding, they are trying to do a mistrial. I don't think they're gonna get a mistrial. So let me create a poll. Did you believe Diddy's assistant Mia? Okay, y'all let me know. Poll is up. Poll is up. Did you believe her? They're trying to go for a mistrial. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the feds have put too much time and effort and money into this case for it to go to a mistrial. And I think they knew everything that Diddy's defense was going to try to get him off of this case. I don't know if he's necessarily going to be found guilty or not, because stranger things have happened. But what I do know is that these women and some of these men have come with very compelling stories that makes it very, very believable. It does. And Mia, definitely, I was just like, oh gosh, like this is really uncomfortable right now. But they tried their best with the social media thing. I thought that social media nonsense was so stupid and sick, if you ask my personal opinion. It was stupid and it was sick. To really say, well, why would you post this? I mean, it's her job. And if she still works for this man, what is she going to say? He's a piece of shit on her social media? I mean, hell, she described things that happened to her where she didn't have to do anything. She didn't have to do anything, and he was attacking her. Can you imagine if she actually posted something bad about him on social media? Of course she was going to sit up there and say, oh, he's the greatest man on earth, or that's my BFF. And no telling what type of past she had too that caused her to be that way. I didn't get the details of what her background was, but I'll just say this: the fact that they had her anonymous versus everyone else is telling within itself, because that's telling me that she's possibly either still maybe working in the business or something's going on there, because everybody else has not been anonymous, but she is. And I'm trying to figure out why. Hey, Tashonda girl, what's up? But yeah, I felt her testimony was very compelling. I do. And with that, she worked with him for a very long time. See, that's the thing. Diddy be finding these people who work for him for a very long time, and they deal with this stuff for years. For years. Like, I be damn. But they got him looking like a straight up demon. Straight up. Now, the question is, do you guys think that he could still get off? Because everything is now starting to come together. The RICO that they're talking about, all of that stuff is starting to come together now. At first, I was like, where's the RICO coming in at? Well, damn it, the way things are being laid out now, we could definitely see the RICO situation. We almost everything they've talked about, we've seen it so far. Some are stronger than the others, but the RICO alone and some of the other stuff, they may be able to get him, y'all. They may be able to get him. Some have been saying that they feel like possibly there have been some jurors that are in his back pocket. I don't know how true that is, or whatever the case may be, because of course we know that the jury can also declare it a mistrial too if they can't come to an unanimous decision. So I don't know. We have how many more weeks? We've only been 2 weeks in, right? It's only been 2 damn weeks. 2 damn weeks on an 8-week trial. Child, when I tell you these 2 weeks have felt like 2 months, like literally, these past 2 weeks for Diddy's trial has felt like 2 months, has it not? Or is it just me? It has felt like it has been 2 months. Hey, reading books. No, he's going to be real dangerous if he's released. A lot of people feel that way. But again, a lot of people felt that way about OJ, and we know that he was found not guilty. So, things can happen. I know people have been saying the Fed's case was weak, but I felt it was still too early to say so. The Feds are crafty. They are. But like I said, that first week, I was just like, what the hell does that have to do with this? But more and more, it is gradually growing. It is gradually growing. And again, with everything that's been coming out these last 2 weeks, I can't even imagine what's about to come out the next 6 weeks. 6 weeks? Child, like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. This is crazy. It's been so much going on. But with that being said, we'll have to see, honey. But let's oh, move on, y'all. Oh man. This one is really messing with my spirit, y'all. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. So, as we know, well, maybe some of you guys don't know, the footage of Tori Lanz getting pokey in prison has come out. Now, I remember people when this first happened was like, we haven't seen no footage. We haven't seen anything. Like, how do we know this really happened? Well, now there's footage. Now, of course, we can't see his face close up when it happens, but we do see this picture, and that looks like Tori Lanz, okay? So I saw the video. Did you guys see the video? Put a one in the chat if you saw the video of Tori Lanez actually being attacked. Put a one in the chat if you saw it. Very disturbing. Very disturbing. I mean, I can watch the fake stuff all day long. Hell, I watched Oz. I was an Oz watcher. But there is something different about seeing that when you know that it's literally acting versus seeing it in real life. Now, I still do not know, in my opinion, what triggered or caused this. It does kind of look like a setup. Sorry, it looks like a setup. But the problem is that his defense or his people, they have come out with a website that is laying everything out about Tori's innocence. And I went through that website, and when I tell y'all just the feeling, the gut feeling I get that there is just evil behind this. You guys, it doesn't sit right with me. It does not sit right with me. And maybe because I just can't fathom purposely trying to destroy someone. Like purposely. You know what I'm saying? Like and unwarranted at that. Like it's not like this person did anything to you. This person didn't lie on you. Like this to me is coming off as if all to protect the image of one is to destroy the other. Now, when I tell you this website is damn excellent when it comes to the footage that they have, and I can definitely, play some of the footage, but the footage, she's talking about how she knows, is she going to get arrested? She, needs to protect her image. She doesn't mention getting pow. She mentions that she stepped on glass. It's just the mere fact. I'm just like, this is insane. So the fact check list, they have it out there. Megan told police and doctors she stepped on glass, not pow. Video and officers confirmed Megan stepped on a glass bottle, not hit with the pow. Sean Kelly testified 2 women fought in the street. One pow first. Tori was still in the car. Kelly tested positive for residue, the pow residue. Her DNA was never tested against the pow. Kelsey received free rent for a year after the shooting. Who paid and why? EJ said an object in the girl's luggage looked like a pow. Megan claimed she spoke out in response to Tori, but the timeline proves she went public first. And then Tori's DNA was not found on the magazine, only 0.01% on the pow. Statistically, that's irrelevant because what they're trying to say is that could easily just happen just simply being in the same freaking car. 90% of DNA on the gun belonged to an unknown male, not Tori. You guys, when I tell you this is just, in my opinion, sick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it does not sit well with me. I mean, they have thoroughly laid this out They have laid this out. They have DNA that they say proves Tori Lanz is innocent. They have medical facts. They have literally the police who actually were there on the scene. And she does say, I can't have this on my image. So, oh Jesus. We have had plenty of people who have been wrongfully convicted and been sent to prison. But when you have someone who is famous that's also Black, who is putting another Black person in prison over it comes off as saving your image, that's some diabolical, demonic, evil shit. It's just diabolical. It's demonic. It's evil as hell. It's evil. Hey, Alex B. So main issue is being around a firearm, that did not get him 10 years. That didn't get him 10 years in prison. Being around a pow, being a felon did not get him 10 years. Because if that's the case, they wouldn't have went through that whole process of that whole trial. That definitely is not the only reason. It could have contributed to the reason, but that is not the only reason. So her initial story may have been that, but then she ended up saying that he powed her, correct? Because there's like video out there that literally says that you powed me. It's never good for someone who's on trial to take the stand. That's attorney one-on-one. They never recommend that because, of course, if you take the stand, then opposite side also can go into their trick bag, and a lot of people aren't prepared for that. They're just not prepared for it. Even when they're innocent, they're not prepared for it. The pow, and you guys say the G word and stuff like that. Make sure y'all asterisk that stuff out, please. The pow belonged to the other girl. She had residue on her hand. Tori didn't. Yeah, that's what people are saying. And they literally broke it down, like down on this. It's freaking insane. I'm about to actually click on this. Let me see, because they have so many videos of what this dang on girl said. It is like ridiculous. And I'm like, well, damn. Hold on, you guys. Let me actually blow this up. And I was just like, this is freaking ridiculous. Like, what the hell is going on here? And why would you even, like, I don't know. I can't rock like this, you guys. I'm sorry. It is just not in me to sit up there and do some trifling ish like this. Like, I can't. Let me share the screen. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to break the cycle. I've always been loyal to a fault, even when people aren't loyal to me. Now, like I said, eventually I'm gonna have to break that damn cycle because some people keep, sometimes you just gotta let people know don't F with you. But that's how I am naturally. And so for me, I just wouldn't be able to do anything like this. That's just me. I don't have it in me to do something like this. Tori also wasn't trying to tell on them, but Megan never stepped up when Tori got 10 years. She didn't. She went on with her life and her career blew up. Like, and some of y'all was saying the last live that apparently when he was dealing with Megan, Tori had his career was much bigger. Now, I don't know how true that is because I ain't a big fan of either one of them. Like I said, I still don't know to this day a Tori Lanz song. And the only song that I know with Meg really is that WAP song she did with Cardi. So, but yeah, so definitely hold on, you guys. I'm just trying to get this going. My apologies because it should be working, but sometimes the technology don't be doing what it's supposed to do. But I'm gonna play this. These are short little segments Fair use, fair use. But yeah, it's diabolical, it's evil, and there's really I don't know though how he's gonna be able. Hopefully. Now we got a Republican in freaking Florida of all places that is standing 10 toes down saying that they need to reevaluate the case and they need to free Tori Lanz. So regarding the charges, there were all the evidence during the trial. Now I'm all for Tori getting justice if he's truly innocent, but Tori has a past of being aggressive. Did you look at this website? See, the problem, okay. Here's the problem that I have. Even if he has a pass, that doesn't mean that he did this. And the problem is that even in our own community, we are so quick to tag people because of already their past. And we continue to think that way. And sometimes that's the best way to set people up is because they already know that they have a past. So that's just the easy way to say, well, if they've done this before, they'll do it again. This doesn't mean that he actually did it. And even with his past, it still begs the question, did he do this? And with the information that they put out there, it is coming across that he possibly did not do this. The fact that she is saying, now we can play devil's advocate and we can say that she said that she wasn't pow and that those things didn't happen because she was trying to protect him. But at the same time, the way that they set this up, it's very compelling. Don't make it true, but it's very compelling. But once a person is convicted, it's very difficult to get it overturned unless they can prove there was an issue with the due process or attorney misconduct. Right. That is true, which is why I said, I mean, it's going to have to take a lot for them to really be able to do that. And even when people are able to do it, because, they have like the innocent projects and things like that, it takes years. So I totally get what you're saying. The friend wanted immunity because she testified. Yeah, and from my understanding, didn't they both get immunity? Wasn't that the case, if I'm not mistaken? But the way that they have this breaking down is a little iffy. It's a little iffy. Okay, so let me share the screen. All right, let me know if you guys can see the screen that I just shared, and we are going to listen to this. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Hey, Latina. They said there was male DNA was mostly on the pew pew. We want to know all the DNA. Why the friend needed immunity if not guilty? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, to read this website, you can't help but to be like, And then again, seeing footage from a body cam from the cops and things like that, and it's her talking. Hell, we see her in the damn footage. Most females not loading that pew pew. It's a male member in the fam. Yeah, it's just so. Do you guys see the me sharing the screen? Put a 1. Put a 1 if you guys see it. Put a 1 if you guys can see this before I play it, because sometimes I'll be playing and y'all be like, I don't see it. Put a 1 in the chat if you actually see the video that I'm about to play. Put a 1, please. Put a 1, please. So I know that it's there. But it both testified under oath and lied, so the courts knew he was innocent. And that's another thing too. Because let me make this very clear. If in fact this man was set up, and if in fact that's what they're trying to imply, and the powers that be wanted to make sure that he, they wanted him to, get all types of, negative publicity and everything else and put him in there so then that way she can rise to the top. If that is the case, best believe the powers that be that made this happen are going to do everything they possibly can to make sure that this does not come out in the open. I'll just say that. But all right, let me actually play this. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Do you think we're gonna go to jail? What's that? Do you think we can go to jail? I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out. As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, then I really cannot go to jail. Okay.
Now that is Meg.
I cannot have that on my image. Okay. So how did that?
So why are you asking if you're going to go to jail? Now, again, playing devil's advocate, maybe because they clearly know that there was some type of violence involved and that apparently they heard the pow pow, whatever the case may be. A lot of times police will probably arrest everyone until they can figure out what the hell was going on. But she's saying right here, I cannot have this on my image.
That happened to you? Glass. Glass? Where? Where we were coming from. Hey, go get a sheet of stuff. I'm not from here, so Okay.
You say glass.
That's the only place you got shot at? That's the only place you got shot? I didn't get shot. Oh, you did it? Oh, man. No, sir.
And she just said she did not get pow pow. Let me repeat. Let me go back here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, man. No, sir. Yeah.
What the hell? Okay. I want to see if the caption is going to pick up what she just said.
That's the only place you got shot? I didn't get shot. Oh, you did it?
Oh, man. The caption don't take it. But y'all heard it. Did y'all hear it? She said she didn't get pow pow. She said she didn't get pow pow. Now, could that be she was trying to protect him? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Could that be? Possibly. Or could it be that she, in fact, did not get pow pow and then another story was developed? Because Megan was going to get her career tarnished for some black. A lot of people are saying that because, well, hell, not even just a lot of people. The last video I showed, the people who are supporting him and have all of the evidence specifically said that a couple of days before, when they got some evidence or whatever showing that he was innocent, next thing you know, he had got poked multiple times in prison. So they were like, the odds of that happening, they pretty much put it out there because he was actually innocent. Even his father knew that he was never guilty. His father standing 10 toes down, and he seemed like he a man of God who's a praying man, because he definitely, he called out everybody. He called out Jay-Z, Rock Nation. He called out all of them. Her image, and she's not on glass. Then isn't she protecting the both of them? So why is it now a setup? I'm sorry. Or okay, so if she says she's trying to protect her image and that she stepped on glass, then isn't she protecting the both of them? So why is it now set up? Did she not get on a video and said that he pow powed her? Did she not say that? Who's jealous of her? Who's jealous of Megan? And did she not say that he pow powed her? Y'all let me know. Did she not say you pow powed me? And for someone that has never been pow pow, she is an awfully, and that's another thing too, because that's another thing that people were saying. If she actually had got pow pow, let me tell you something. If I step on glass, I ain't gonna be that calm either. Tell you right now, I'm gonna be walking around hopping, crying, telling the ambulance to take me right away. She was very calm. When I heard he was leaving with Meg and the friend, I remember that was said about the party they left from Kylie's house. Yeah, they were talking about the Kylie's house. A lot of people saying he should have kept his butt at Kylie's house. But at the end of the day, I'm really confused on how it's a jealousy thing. But what it's not about the state. I'm saying, what did she actually say out of her own mouth? Did she not say out of her own mouth that he pow-powed her? Did she not say that? Y'all let me know. Did Meg say specifically that Tori Lanz pow-powed her? Did she not say that? So if she said something like that, because I remember that video being around, and from my understanding, did she not testify in the trial? Who are you talking about? Kelsey? Are you saying Kelsey is jealous of Meg? I'm talking about this Tori Lanz situation and Meg. Did Meg specifically say that Tori Lanz pow-powed her? Because that would be her trying to protect her image, because a story had to be created, especially if you're saying that the state picked up charges. How did the state pick up charges if she was protecting all of them? Like, the state can't pick up charges if their story is together, especially if they didn't see a pow-pow situation in her foot. I didn't see anything from the initial circumstances, but she was going off recently to address this new incident. She definitely asserted that. We saw the broken bottle with all the wine on the ground. She said she stepped on glass. So she never said Tori Lanez pow-powed her. She said it after all this on several lives on a, and on trial. You know what? This is what I'm about to do. I am about to see if I can find it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Hold, please. Hold, please. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hell, I'm about to say this 36 hours later. I'm surprised they don't have it on here. Hell, let me see if I can find it. Because I could have sworn she was on the live and she was like, "You shot me." Like, I remember something like that. So let's see, dolls. Let's see. Now, the reality is, I'm all about protecting Black women since I'm a Black woman, but I'm also about protecting truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about protecting truth, period. And if this ain't true and we have someone in prison who's actually not supposed to be there, I got an issue with that. I will always have an issue with that. Let me see. Sorry, you guys, computer's going slow or the internet's going slow. Meg's saying, let's see. Okay, so I think I found it. Let me see. Okay, so hold on. I think I found it. Yes, I think I found it. Turn. Please, Heard. Okay, so this is a 7-minute video. Let me see if I can actually find where she says something. So I'm gonna play it though, because look, we all here. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is a 7-minute video. Okay, so if she said it and it's not true, y'all don't have an issue with that? Megan changed her story because she was upset with Tori apparently messing with both her and Kelsey, and allegedly Kylie is the devil advocate point I was trying to make. What does that still? What does that still have to do with her saying that someone powed her if that's not true? That is my issue. Do you know how many times as a woman we can get scorned over a trifling man messing with both a friend or whatever the case may be, or someone that you know, but does it still make it right for her to say that somebody allegedly powed her and it's not true? Doesn't matter if it's true. If this, the thing is, if she said it, she said it. And the reality is, it is giving a narrative that it's possibly not true. And when did she say this? Did she say this after he got convicted or before he got convicted? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. But let me play this. Hold please. I'm about truth. I'm about truth. That's how I am. I'm about truth. I don't give a damn about any of these celebrities. I don't sit up there and look. So my thing is this. I'm about truth. From my understanding from my last video, people were saying that he had a past, and he had a past when it came to being aggressive. Does that mean that he deserves to be in prison for 10 years for something that maybe he didn't do? So that is the thing that I like, that I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that, on being, we got to know if this man is innocent or not. And if we find out that he's not, and they just pulling all of this stuff, then so be it. But if we have any type of freaking proof that this man did not do it, I remember I told you guys the last time, I was not wrapped up in this case, but I remember people was even saying back then something in the buttermilk ain't clean, and they were saying that he was innocent from the beginning. There was people who were saying that there was no residue on him. A lot of people was like, something's not right here. They're not just saying now. Some people were saying that from the beginning. So let me share. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you see this. Put a 1 in the chat if you see this. Let me know. Let me know. I have an issue with it if she's lying, because now you have someone innocent in jail. Exactly. That's my issue. It was before, to set up the story. No, the other girl was dating Tori, went back to Texas because she had caught the Chris, you know that what this government do can't get you one way, get you another way. True, but at the same time, you also, if this man is innocent, shouldn't be aiding into helping the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Tori stayed with Megan during yeah, because this happened in 2020. Okay, so I'm gonna end the Mia one. Okay, so you guys believe Mia, but let's put a poll up about this. Do you feel, hold on, do you feel Tori Lanz is innocent? All right. I hope I spelled his name right. Shit, y'all know I'm bad with that. I'm just glad that. Oh, hey, Missy B. All right, y'all. So y'all got a 1 in the chat. Okay, so you're telling me that you see it. You see it. Excellent, excellent. So we're gonna play it in fair use, fair use, fair use. Now this is a live. This is a live. Okay, so let's do it.
Like, I'm so over this shit. And y'all gotta know, I am the nicest, the most calm, just cool ass woman. Like, I don't be fucking.
Now, rumor has it she ain't that nice and calm and all of that stuff. Now, I don't know how true that is, but apparently she ain't the best of the best friend type of girl. She ain't a girl's girl. That's what I've heard. Now, I don't know how true that is, but let's continue.
With nobody, I don't do nothing to nobody. But y'all motherfuckers really dragging it. Like, I tried to just be cool stay out the way, because at the end of the day, I'm really a real bitch. Like, I'm from Houston. I'm from the motherfucking South Side. It ain't like oh, let me go run and tell my business to the motherfucking internet. Let me go run and tell my business to the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person. Like, but I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this nigga keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tori shot me.
Up.
You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying.
Hell, we didn't even have to watch the whole 7 minutes. Now, when did this actual live take place? Let's repeat it again, shall we?
Like oh, let me go run and tell my business to the motherfucking internet. Let me go run and tell my business to the police. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person. Like, but I'm not gonna let y'all keep playing in my face. And I'm not gonna let this nigga keep playing in my face either. So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this nigga Tori shot me. You shot me. And you got your publicists and your people going to these blogs lying and shit. Stop lying. Why lie? I don't understand. I tried to keep the situation off the internet, but you dragging it. You really fucking dragging it.
Okay, I don't know if we need to continue. So, with that, Megan has a temper too. She had an ex say she was before the trial. So she said before the trial, he was found guilty of assault with having a loaded unregistered vehicle in the charge of fire. Okay, again, are they saying that it was his firearm? And again, they're saying that he didn't actually do that with the pow pow. So I'm confused here. And unexplained discharge in the presence of and a person with a limb injury. She did say she initially stepped on glass, but then the bullet fragments were okay. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, let me just be clear. I don't give a shit about Meg or Tori. Like, I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. I don't have an album from them. I don't support their stuff. They're not even in my age bracket, okay? They wouldn't even be somebody I grew up listening to. I don't care. What I care about, and I've always cared about, is truth. Truth. And the reality is, it is very interesting that this seems to be the same pattern of a celebrity female and a celebrity male, and the male is looking like he is the villain, the evil man, and the woman is innocent. And then next thing you know, that man can never recover. And then all of a sudden, the woman is ahead of the game and just doing amazing things and is untouchable at a certain point, and then they fall under the same umbrella on who manages them. Like, this don't seem weird to some of y'all? Step on the fragments, honestly. Stepped on what fragments? The pow pow fragments? Hell no. She said he pow powed her. And trust, a pow pow situation, you gonna see it. Even if it grazes you, you're gonna tell the difference. The pew belonged to the other girl. It was pink. Oh, child, y'all got some details. But no, her stepping on the fragments of the actual steel that you're talking about, I don't see how that's possible. But again, could she have been protecting him because she did not want to sit up there and, get that man in trouble? But she actually said it in the beginning of this video. You pow-powed me. And you're lying because you pow-powed me. That's interesting. That's interesting. She could have because I did on glass. On now glass, that's different. And they all were intoxicated allegedly. Yeah, but from my understanding, they saying the security was not. See, apparently the security is speaking up on this. Security was not. They may have been, but security was not. That's the thing. And again, but let me tell y'all something. And the more and more, the older I get, and the more and more stuff I see, I don't have a mentality anymore of just automatically, and I probably did have this in the past to a certain extent, maybe in the past when I was younger, but I definitely don't have a mentality anymore that I'm automatically, because someone is black or someone is a black woman, that I automatically going to take their side on situations. I'm just not. And that's the same thing with a black man or someone black in general. I'm just not. I have to assess things the way that I assess them, because again, all skin folks ain't kin folks. And I'm sure a lot of y'all will know and understand that some people who look like you have been the most grimiest, trifling people out there who will screw you 50 times over. So again, I don't have a dog in this fight when it comes to Meg or Tori Lanz, because one, it's not my fight. Didn't really know what they was about until this whole trial situation. However, this man just got poked 14 times, and his freaking attorney and all of his advocates are pretty much putting out there that yeah, she's lying, apparently. You know what I'm saying? That she's actually lying. Oh, so they're even saying the police was the police bitch was being rude. I think this is the same video. Let's continue this video. Fair use, fair use.
Motherfuckers talking about I hit this nigga. I never hit you. Motherfuckers was like, oh, she mad because he was trying to fuck with Kylie. No, I wasn't. Like, you dry shot me. Like, everybody in the car, it's only 4 motherfuckers in the car. Me, you, my homegirl, and your security. Everybody in the car arguing. I'm in the front seat. This nigga in the back seat. I get out the car. I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the back seat of the car started shooting me. You shot me. I ain't get cut by no glass, but let me tell you why they saying that. When the police, because the people in the neighborhood, there's a witness. When the police came, because the neighbors called the police, this did not happen at Kylie's house. This happened damn near back at the house I was staying at. I was just trying to get home. We was 5 minutes away from my spot. The police come. I'm scared. All this shit going on with the police is shooting motherfuckers for anything. The police was literally killing black people for no motherfucking reason. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive. You think I'm about to tell the police that we niggas, us black people, got a gun in the car? You want me to tell the laws that we got a gun in the car so they can shoot all of us up? Nigga, I'm scared. It's a fucking helicopter over us and some more shit. Why the fuck would I tell the laws somebody got a gun in this car and this nigga shot me? So I can get shot, you can get shot, she can get shot, he can get shot. I ain't tell the police what happened immediately right then because I didn't want to die. I don't want the police to shoot me because it's a nigga with a gun in the car. I'm leaking, I'm bleeding. Motherfucker, somebody, I'm lying, bitch. Did I pay a helicopter to come over me and record my feet leaking blood? No. How the fuck I'm gonna fake that? I didn't tell the police nothing because I didn't want us to get in no more trouble than what we was already about to get in.
Okay, what she's saying can be fair, but the problem is she said she didn't tell the police nothing. We clearly hear her saying that she's saying she didn't get pow, that she stepped on glass. And again, she is very, very calm. I don't care what type of intoxication you got going on. I'm going to think that you getting pow in your foot, you're going to be a lot more hysterical or at least crying flowing a river from tears because of the feeling of how you felt when someone pow your foot of all places, especially pow in general, but your foot of all places. But at the same time, she's saying, I'm scared. I don't know. And I definitely don't want to say that there's a pow in the car, whatever the case may be. I can understand that because I think in general, especially with, certain people like us black folks, we tend to not like cops. Okay. I'm a civilian. I ain't never been in trouble and I still don't like cops. Like, I'm very, very cautious when it comes to cops because we all know that there's good cops, but there's also bad cops.
The fuck? I get to the motherfucking hospital, the police bitch being so rude to me. Well, what's going on? Like, da-da-da-da, you're being detained, da-da-da. Ma'am, I'm being detained, I'm leaking. But I'm still not saying what happened. Shit crazy. The motherfucking doctor, the police finally let me go. I ain't go to jail. Them 3 motherfuckers went to jail. I get to the hospital. The doctors do x-rays on my feet. Oh, ma'am, you got bullets in your feet, got bullet fragments in your other foot. I'm thinking the doctors is the police, so I'm still trying not to tell them, like, no, I didn't know I got you know what I'm saying? I'm scared. Like, I've never been shot before. I don't have to lie about that. Why would I lie? You want me to be a bad person so bad, and y'all motherfuckers want to believe the lie before you believe the truth. Stop trying to come on the internet acting like a black woman, a grown-ass black woman, really got any reason to be lying on another grown-ass black man when all the shit fucked up going on in the world right now. If you really want to tell the motherfucking truth, I've tried to save this nigga. Even though he shot me, I tried to spare him. And y'all motherfuckers is not sparing me. That's crazy. That's fucked up. I go through so much shit on a daily basis anyway. Then to have to get on the motherfucking internet where I'm just trying to make my music, do my shit, pop my shit like the bitch I always been. And I'm trying to save niggas. And y'all on the internet talking about, oh, bitch, you ain't get shot. Oh, bitch, you this. Oh, free tour. That nigga not in jail. He not in jail because I didn't tell the laws what happened as soon as it happened. And I should have.
Okay, she has a potty mouth. I mean, she's worse than me, honey. I don't know if I can continue this, but based off of the information that his attorneys and his advocates are saying, they said that Megan posts about being pow-powed on July 15th, 2020. And then Megan named Tori, which his real name is Daystar, to the police the next day, July 16th, 2020. And then they say Megan goes live on Daystar's birthday on July 27th, 2020. And then on August 20th of 2020, Megan actually did this live and names Daystar as the Pow Power. Then September 24th of 2020. So I guess Daystar didn't say anything during this time, but September 24th, 2020, Tori decides to say, Daystar, to my fans, I'm sorry for my size, but respectfully, I got time today, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. He posts that, I guess, on Twitter, X, and then literally October 20th, 2020, Daystar spoke on IG Live in response to Megan. Okay, so that is apparently the timeline. But at the end of the day, do what you will with it. So with that, I don't know what this word even is, so I'm gonna have to remove that. Sorry. But yeah, so I don't know, you guys. You asked me if something is not clean in this situation. Something's not clean in this situation. And that also goes for Megan. Megan, to me, I don't know her, but she does kind of give me an energy that she could probably be very rude and aggressive her dang on self. And I hate to use the word aggressive because I feel like, at the end of the day, they use that word a lot, especially when it comes to black women and black males, but she does come across that way, unfortunately. And some people have said that, she has a way about herself where she says certain things. I think somebody said something about how they was turned off by her because one time she was like, bitch, take a drink, or something that she said, but they were turned off by it. But I could definitely see both of them being problematic and toxic as hell. But that is not what's up for debate. What's up for debate is, did Tori actually do it or not? That's the thing. Did he do it or not? Do you feel Tori Lanz is innocent? So far, we got 13 votes, and most of you guys are saying yes, he's innocent. This website really does give a lot of information. Alex, I don't know if you are still here, but I was telling you I was looking at this, but yeah, it's very detailed. It's very, very detailed. Now, the question is he going to be able to get an opportunity? I don't know, but I do know one thing, prayer and faith in God does work. So, what I'm saying, we have definitely seen things that, can happen even when dark energy is trying to work against someone. I mean, this girl even sat down with CBS with Gayle King. You know what I'm saying? Like, same. And didn't Rihanna sit down with Oprah when she had her situation with Chris Brown? Do y'all not see the similarities in the setup to where this even on a publicity level can take their career to the next level? Do y'all not see that? Because even though, like I said, Rihanna had, her bops, and Megan had her bops, but I do feel like both of them, once these things happen, it's like their careers just skyrocketed. Did they not? That doesn't mean that, what I'm saying, that these gentlemen, well, we definitely know Chris Brown definitely put hands on Rihanna, but apparently they're saying that Rihanna allegedly put hands on Chris Brown, and that's what made him snap. Now, I don't know how true that is, but at the end of the day, even with their career skyrocketing, doesn't mean that, it could be that this just so happens, it happened, and these women are in fact, what I'm saying, hey, victims in a situation, and these men are getting what they deserve. However, no one has come out with this type of evidence when it came to Chris Brown. I personally feel like it could have been that both of them was fighting each other in that car. And of course, that Chris Brown being the male, he, of course, what I'm saying, did what he did and was able to get the best of her. What I'm saying? Like, so, but at the same time, does it make it right? No, but I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in DV in either way. I believe everybody should keep their hands to themselves. Period. She told Nikki to take a shot when she was pregnant, allegedly. Yeah, or somebody said something like that, and she was like, "Bitch, take a shot," and had like a stank attitude with it again. I don't know. I don't follow these damn kids, and I consider them kids. What I do know is, though, truth needs to be put out there. Period. Point blank. Period. And at the end of the day, I'm not about to sit up there and say, well, look, what I'm reading, I definitely would like to know if Meg the Stallion and her attorneys and everyone else have any type of response. Like, do they have the proof that Tori Lanez people is putting out there? Do they have the proof? Double tap the screen or the three dots in your upper right hand corner to hit the like button, please. Not only that, she also shortly after was dancing on stage and whatnot. Where's was the? I remember somebody saying that, Alex B, that right after that, she was dancing on stage in heels at that. Was she not? I remember vaguely that somebody was saying that, which is what really skyrocketed, and people was like, okay, what the hell is going on here? I remember that. See, and these are the things that just make it seem weird as hell. And I'm sorry, but let's just keep it real. At Megan's age, you can tell just by this damn video alone, she ain't the most polished woman. Now, granted, I think she does have a degree, or she was working to get her degree. Like I have told y'all time and time again, there are very educated hood rats out there. Sorry, it is what it is. Just because somebody can maintain and get a degree does not mean that they still are classy. They definitely can have the hood radish vibes. But this girl at a very early age lost her mom. Her mom was trying to help her pursue her career. You can tell she is a freaking stan fanatic of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Apparently, when she first got invited to one of their parties, they said she was boo-hoo crying because she thought she was about to be late to the party because she was just like so like crazy over meeting Beyonce. Is it possible with everything that went on, with her mother being gone and her literally having this fandom over these Beyonce and Jay-Z, literally wanting to work with them or even be signed to Rock Nation, which is Jay-Z's company, that she wouldn't go to the ends of the earth to protect her image so she can try to get the career that she's always wanted? You know, like, we're not going to pretend like people have done much more for less. You got people at your damn job right now who literally just for a $2 promotion an hour job probably would literally probably run over your foot. You have people who would do much more for way less. And this girl is trying to become a big celebrity, a big rapper where she want to make millions with no guidance. But we're not going to sit up there and act like there haven't been situations where she's been problematic too. Like what happened with the Carl situation, the guy that she was originally signed to? Remember all of that beef went on and a lot of people were implying she did Carl and Jay Prince dirty. And that she was allegedly willing to do them dirty because Jay-Z and Beyonce was interested in her. So she was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go that way. Even though apparently they have been super, super loyal to her and was trying to get her, her career going. So, we live in a demonic damn world. And again, we live in a sick world, which is why I said people worship status over truth and justice. And it annoys the hell out of me at this point. People feel like because there is a certain amount of followers that someone has, a certain amount of status that they have, it means that automatically, there's no way they could be lying. There's no way they have to be innocent in a situation just because they have status and clout. Like, I truly think our world has turned upside down where they feel like truths can be created. Not the actual truth, but whatever truth you want can be created as long as you have the means, the status, and the money to back it up. And I really think a lot of that goes on. People can change the narrative in a heartbeat to protect their bottom line. And it's sick. I mean, hell, you still got people defending Diddy. And even if you may feel that Diddy didn't necessarily do all the things they're charging him of, we all saw that damn video. So for the life of me, I will never understand somebody who could see that video of what happened with Cassie and she's not even fighting back and still say that this man don't have a damn issue. But because of his status and his celebrity, they will rather worship that than get the actual truth. Because the reality is truth, real truth, can make people uncomfortable. And it don't feel good sometimes. And if it don't feel good, people don't want it. But we have a man potentially in prison right now who literally could have lost his life over allegedly potentially a lie. And I don't give a damn. That's effed up if that is the case. And if it is true that he was set up, or it's true that the powers that be put this man in prison for some BS, and even if they try to say it was a violation because of felony and having a pow, at most maybe 2 years, a year, or whatever the case may be, but 10 years, if there's any truth to that and this man is innocent, he definitely needs to get out, and people need to be held accountable, because they definitely gonna be held accountable in the spiritual world, but they also need to be held accountable in this world also. But yeah, you guys, it's a lot going on. It's weighing heavy on my spirit, but this whole situation, and when that video came out of Tori Lanz, I was just like, oh my gosh, man, like that is some scary stuff. Like that video was very hard to watch, so uncomfortable. And for them to literally, his people, to put out this website, it's very detailed, you guys. You guys should take a look at it. I mean, text messages they talk about appear to be edited. It's audio undermines the dance bitch claim. It's like literally they everything that people have been talking about this case is on this website. It's on this website. Medical facts that don't match the narrative, forensic red flags, and medical doubt. What I will say is, again, if we want the truth, I pray for those who are trying to expose the truth. Because again, if this man was set up, or people were doing whatever they can to make sure that he was locked up, so she can look like, her image won't be tainted, or whatever the case may be, he was just a pawn on a chessboard. If they are really trying to uncover that truth, and who paid for Kelsey's rent and everything else, they're trying to uncover that, they probably need to watch out for themselves too. Not just Tori. They probably need to watch out for themselves too, because the last thing, like, people will do whatever they can to make sure that their lies are protected, or their scandals are protected. We've seen that time and time again. So I'm just going to pray for truth in this situation. I ain't team neither one of them, but I am team people need to leave the violence alone. And I'm also team, I don't know what the hell Tori did to deserve what he got in prison. And I don't think we still got any type of verification on what actually happened. I really don't. So, but with that being said, you guys, okay, so it looks like so far on the poll, you guys are saying that Tori Lanz is innocent. We'll see. We will see. And maybe with the political power, or whatever the case may be, they can get it overturned, or they can, really investigate it and see if, they can drop the charge. I don't know. But hopefully they got enough proof. But I'll tell you right now, this website looks very, very detailed. Extremely detailed. So with that, you guys, let's continue the conversation below in the comments section. Make sure you double tap the screen, 3 dots to your right, and hit the like button if you haven't yet. Do you feel Tori Lanz is innocent? Do you believe that Diddy's former assistant, Mia, is telling the truth? Do you feel Cardi is getting her karma that she deserves? Or do you feel that Offset deserves spousal support? Also, do you feel that Brian McKnight is a piece of shit? Or do you feel that he has every right to cut off his kids? Especially Nico, who just passed at 32 years old. RIP, Nico. I hope you are resting. I cannot believe I'm saying that a 32-year-old passed of colon cancer. That is just insane to me. Alex B, do you also know that his initial lawyer was also a part of Rock Nation show? His initial lawyer was a part of Rock Nation? Wow. No, I did not know that, Alex B. Like I told you, I wasn't into this case like that. Like, I heard bits and pieces, but again, they're not of my age. So I was just like, okay. Like, I could tell you more about OJ's case than I can about this case. And let's be clear, the OJ case wasn't even a part of my age bracket either. But again, it was so polarizing, especially being from here, that I know more about that case. But no, I did not know that. If that is true, and I did not know that. And also, there are a lot of content creators really coming out right now about this and really talking about Rock Nation. They are going in on Rock Nation and exposing a lot of receipts. It's quite interesting. Man, when I tell you YouTube is like the new news segment, they are like not playing. Like, people are pulling receipts on Rock Nation. They talking about allegedly the CEO of Rock Nation and her trying to trying to do something with her daughter's husband, allegedly, like some crazy stuff. She is an executive producer for the show. Wow. She's an executive producer for the show, but also the attorney. She was also the attorney for Tori Lanz. That's a conflict of interest. Child, I tell you. Yes, please hit the like button. Double tap the screen if you're currently on the live right now, or the dots to your right. But hit the like button. And yes, can we have a good dialogue, a good conversation about this? I'm curious to know, especially those who were like 10 toes down on this, especially people who just like me don't care either way and was really into this case, just as on a legal side really into this case, what they think about this also, and the current evidence that they have versus the evidence that they talked about in the first trial. Y'all let me know. But with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for listening. Yeah, but I feel like, child, we just hitting June 1st. I can't believe that we're already 6 months in 2025. We're just in the middle of middle of 2025, you guys. I can't even imagine what the hell is about to happen between now and freaking December. Like, it's insane. So yeah, I have a feeling that we still haven't uncovered the worst of the worst of what's going to be exposed this year. It's just a gut feeling of mine. But with that being said, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles.